What you are about to hear is not a fairy tale. It is the most improbable, most breathtaking, most emotionally overwhelming story in American sports this decade. And it just happened days ago on the ice of the Milano Ice Skating Arena in Milan, Italy, where a 20-year-old girl from Richmond, California, rewrote history not once, not twice, but in a single, magnificent, jaw-dropping free skate performance that left the entire figure skating world stunned, in tears, and on its feet. Alysa Liu has captured Team USA's first Olympic title in women's figure skating in 24 years, surging from third place after the short program to claim the gold at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina, scoring a career-best 226.79 overall. Let that sink in for 1 second. 24 years, an entire generation of American figure skaters who tried and came close but could not finish. And this young woman, this fearless, unbothered, one-of-a-kind artist on blades, did it her way on the grandest stage in sports, and the world will never be the same. Liu started the day in third place after posting a 76.59 short program score behind Japan's Ami Nakai and Kaori Sakamoto. And as the third-to-last skater of the evening, she put together a near-flawless program while skating to Donna Summers, MacArthur Park, receiving roars from the crowd as she skated with confidence and ease. The positivity radiated off of her with every single jump, every extension, every glide across that ice, and you could feel it not just in the arena, but through every screen in America that something historic was happening in real time. But to truly understand what this gold medal means, you have to go back to the beginning of one of the most remarkable stories the sport has ever seen, because this moment did not start in Milan. It started years ago with a teenager who walked away from everything she had ever worked for, a girl who shocked the world by retiring at just 16 years old, who had already been a prodigy since she was 5, who at 13 became the youngest U.S. women's national champion in history, who at 14 became the youngest skater to win 2 senior national titles, and who in 2019 became the first U.S. female figure skater to ever land a quadruple jump in international competition. This was a girl born to skate, and yet she walked away, and the critics were brutal, the doubters were loud, and many inside the figure skating establishment quietly wrote her name out of the conversation forever. When the COVID-19 pandemic forced her local rink in the Bay Area to close, that break from skating made the idea of leaving the sport enticing, and so she walked away, not just any figure skater, but a full-blown prodigy, simply stepping off the ice and into regular teenage life. She hiked with friends. She picked up photography. She explored who she was outside the sequins and the scores and the relentless pressure of elite competition. And she even climbed to the top of Mount Everest Base Camp, more than 17,000 feet above sea level, which, honestly, says everything you need to know about the kind of internal fire burning inside Alysa Liu that no retirement could ever extinguish. Then came the comeback, quiet at first, almost whispered, when word spread in 2024 that she was lacing up the blades again, and the reaction was a complicated mixture of excitement and skepticism, because the figure skating world had seen prodigies flame out before, had seen comebacks crumble under the weight of expectation, and many wondered whether Alysa had been away too long, whether the sport had passed her by, whether she could rediscover elite-level form after years away from competitive skating. Her coach, Philip Di Guglielmo, said she returned a better skater, explaining that for many years she had been dropped off at the rink and told what to do. But now everything was collaborative, and that shift, that fundamental change in the power dynamic between athlete and coach, unlocked something in Alysa Liu that the world had not yet seen. She carefully selected her own costumes, her own music, her own program aesthetic, and the result was an athlete who skated not to satisfy judges or silence critics, but to express something true and personal every single time she stepped onto the ice. In 2025, competing in Boston on home soil, Liu won the World Figure Skating Championships, dethroning 3-time defending champion Kaori Sakamoto of Japan, and becoming the first American woman to win a world title since Kimi Meissner in 2006. 19 years of drought ended right there. And still, incredibly, the biggest moment was yet to come. When she arrived in Milan for the 2026 Winter Olympics, the pressure was unlike anything she had faced before, and the short program did not go perfectly. She sat third behind Japan's powerhouses, and the critics who had always questioned whether she could truly perform under maximum pressure began to whisper again. But Alysa Liu heard none of it, or at least none of it reached her in any meaningful way. Because she had made it crystal clear she was competing on her own terms, and in the arena before the free skate she told reporters she did not feel nervous and did not feel pressure, that nothing was holding her back and she was inviting it all in. And then she skated. She took the ice to the opening notes of MacArthur Park, and from the very first step sequence to the breathtaking triple axel combination, to the powerful late program jumps that showed she had not let fatigue diminish a single element, the Milano ice skating arena filled with an energy that veterans of the sport described as unlike anything they had experienced in decades. She received roars from the crowd as the positivity exuded off of her with every jump and artistic sequence, culminating in a career-best score that rocketed her to the top of the leaderboard. Then came the agonizing wait. She had to sit in the kiss and cry while Japan's Kaori Sakamoto, the three-time world champion who had dominated women's figure skating for years, took the ice for her own free skate, and the tension was almost unbearable, the entire arena holding its collective breath. Because Sakamoto is one of the greatest skaters of her generation, and no lead felt safe. But just a few small errors on Sakamoto's jumps made the difference between gold and silver on the night. And when it was over, Sakamoto was seen in tears, the emotion of the entire moment overwhelming her. Meanwhile, Alysa Liu's reaction was pure, unfiltered joy, laughter, disbelief, and the kind of happiness that money cannot buy and no coaching manual can teach. The crowd was described as incredible, and Liu later said the skate went exactly how she had wanted it to. Olympic gymnastics legend Aly Raceman, who was inside the arena to witness the moment firsthand, said that Alysa was breaking down walls and showing that when you love something and love yourself, and have conviction in what you are doing, anything is possible. The gold medal that hung around Alysa Liu's neck on that podium was not just a personal triumph. It was a statement for every young athlete who has ever been told to push through when they need to rest, to perform when they need to heal, and to conform when their soul is screaming to be free. Liu herself said she hopes her story raises awareness about mental health in sports, adding that her story is a good one and she hopes it inspires people. Sarah Hughes, the last American woman to win this title back in 2002, was inside the arena and wrote on Instagram that she was grateful to pass that title to Liu. And that passing of the torch, from one generation's champion to the next, felt like something sacred, something that transcended sport entirely. The impact of her win was felt even in popular culture, with streams of Donna Summer's MacArthur Park jumping nearly 900% on Spotify and the song moving into the top 10 on iTunes. And when asked about her future after 2 Olympic gold medals, Liu had a simple answer. She cannot imagine not skating next year. She arrived as a prodigy. She left as a legend. She came back as something even rarer, a champion who found herself first, and then found the gold. And in doing so, Alysa Liu did not just end a 24-year drought for American figure skating. She proved that the greatest victories are the ones you win on your own terms, and that sometimes walking away is not giving up. It is getting ready.